the Deloach residence out here in Nocatee. We got a nice, somewhat built pond behind us. This job is gonna be done in probably 2-3 weeks span of time. 3 weeks. We have an entire backyard going in aside from the pond. This is our 5th day. It's been Nick, myself, Sammy, and Mark out here. So the 4 of us working together, we've been able to chip away and make some pretty good progress. The concept idea of this pond really is something large enough for them to get into. We have some elements here for the kids to be able to get in and out pretty easily and then just enjoy the entire ecosystem. Jason had the main role of designing this one. There were definitely some challenges coming in. The majority of the properties, I mean, if you look up and down their neighbors, the grade of the backyard just pitches from the house to this natural area, which is good. You want the water to shed away from the house, but in this case, we had to kind of tame the grade change, make a flat plateau for us to build our water feature in. And then of course, we love building into the grade, which we're gonna be able to do further up there for the waterfalls. Day 1, we came out here, stripped all the sod out completely. We had a semi truck come. We had 1 semi delivered here, a semi delivered to the bluff, which prepped us for the 2nd day, which was building this retaining wall around the whole backside of the property. The goal was to have this elevation I'm standing at here flat and 18 inches lower than the existing hardscape paver patio that they have up by the house. So they're gonna do a couple step downs. Back behind this retaining wall, you got a couple options what you can do. You can leave it bare since there's not a whole lot to look at back behind there, but what we're actually gonna do is plant some taller landscape plants back here. Beautiful backdrop, of course, natural area, and then bring some more flowering and just interesting plants in front behind this retaining wall. Next thing we have is our pond. I think it ended up being somewhere around 13-14 feet wide, 20 foot long. We have 2 6,000 biofalls going in here, so plenty of filtration for people to get in and out. Leaf drop, we want to be able to handle all that organic load. We have our standard 1000 series skimmer. So we are going to be using 3-inch plumbing going up to the main waterfalls, which are going to be somewhere in the vicinity of the excavator now. Right here, it's kind of exposed. This is the skeleton that we got going on now. We have a 3-inch T. We got a 2-inch line going to that biofall just for filtration purposes. That's not going to be a waterfall. It's actually set, I think it ended up being somewhere around 1 inch lower than water level. So that's just going to be pushing out, filtering the water. That's really going to be our focus area up top where the homeowners are going to get enjoyment from when they're up on that patio. Some nice falls coming down, longer stream than we usually do, wrapping around the excavator, and then it's going to be entering the pond right through these 2 boulders here. Also part of the package is a small patio, paver patio here. So the idea is this fall coming into the pond, they'll be able to get a nice glance at that from this angle. Those waterfalls are really going to be aimed more towards the house from when they're up there. The flow of this, how this is going to work, we'll have this nice kind of organic shape. We'll come out here, address the site, and just make some nice curved patio space here for them. Nothing super exact. We're just going to make it work with, you know, the pond edge. They're going to have a series of large steppers so they can walk from point A to point B, which is going to be that existing patio up top. So there is a little bit of elevation change that we're going to have to tackle here, create some nice natural rock steps going up. To my understanding, there is a landscape lighting package, so some path lights accenting this area down below will be really cool. And we're actually going to create one of the steps to get to this patio inside of our stream. So the water will be pushing around this rock they'll actually use to step on and to cross the stream. Everything about this is interactive, from the steps to right here. We have this nice super shallow beach area that we installed. The idea was to hold a couple chairs for relaxing. Your feet can be in the water. This is only going to hold about 5 inches or so of water, so it's a perfect area also for their kids to come in and out. Down below, it's hard to see now. We're kind of just filling this up before we get out of here for the weekend in case it rains real hard, but it doesn't drop down to the lowest elevation here. There's still some nice shelf work down in there for the kids to get in and out of this thing comfortably. Massive rock in here, Tennessee fieldstone like we typically use. This thing's gonna be lit up real well. We got 6 3 watts going in, 6 1 watts going in. It's being powered by the new solid handling pump from Aquascape, the 5 to 9000. I'm really excited to see what it does and what it looks like going through the 3-inch pipe up top. And our plan of attack really is to build out this fall entering the pond. We'll start carving and shaping our stream work, which is going to be nice. It's going to be over 25 foot of just meandering stream coming through. So this retaining wall here is actually going to be swinging more this way, and then it's going to tie into the steps somehow. But this area here, it's important for us to preserve this elevation because there's going to be a children's playhouse going in. So a lot of fun stuff happens around this pond. The family seems, they're thrilled. They're super excited. I know they're even having a little chipping pad installed. That used to be, that circle there, a fire pit. We demoed that today. That will be AstroTurf. And then along here, 20 foot off of that screen coming out, they're gonna have a nice clean engineered Tremron paver wall going through. This elevation up top, 18 inches high, is actually here. Everything on this side of the wall is gonna be AstroTurf. So the idea is the husband wants to be able to chip from that pad. He's probably gonna have a hole installed, a little flag. He can practice his chips there. This is gonna be a lower elevation, and then everything surrounding the pond is gonna get landscaped, of course. And it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be one heck of a little backyard oasis that they got going on.
Hey guys, we are here on the big reveal day. Just want to start here in the front yard. We'll walk around to the back. They are buttoning up sod down the side of the property. Our shade sod was rained out last week, but we've got everything put together. I think this turned out amazing. These retaining walls, these decorative retaining walls in the front, the palm tree addition, and the switch up on the landscape's awesome, because what we have in the front yard now is a little more reflection of what we got in the back. This whole entire project morphed and changed. So this bed wasn't even a consideration over here, and that's just what happens on landscape. So we designed the entire thing. 95% of it came to life, and then as you're building, you realize, oh, that king palm looks so amazing over there. Let's add one here. But what you guys all want to see is this end result in the backyard, so come check it out. All right, so the tone is already set. You're gonna enter this back gate. You're gonna enter this back gate and right into a nice flagstone patio. So we're already kind of speaking the language of more of a natural backyard. You turn this corner and it's pure oasis. So I think this is awesome. This concept came from both Sarah and Rick. The idea of bringing in synthetic turf into their backyard, a little artificial green. They didn't want to have a bunch of lawn in their backyard. Now there's nothing they have to do with spraying pesticides. They just need to get these bushes growing. After that, most of this is going to take over. This is a pretty Florida-friendly backyard now. We've got certain natives mixed in, which is plants that thrive and do very well here in Jacksonville. We've got the putting green. Rick's actually even got his daughter practicing out here already. So putting green's amazing. You come out, this used to be a fire pit, if you guys remember in the beginning, and it worked perfectly. This was not my idea. Homeowner's idea just to convert this, instead of putting this as pavers, make it into a little chipping pad. So this is a little thicker green they chip from onto the putting green and then do their thing. Design came out awesome. So Mike and the crew, Mike, Nick, and the whole crew, they change things as they go. This has changed up a little bit, but the whole concept has really tied together. Bridge and staircase was actually supposed to go more or less here, and it turned into here, and I absolutely love it. I think it's even more amazing. So really cool, guys. You guys can walk right across the stone bridge here, where we've got some supports underneath it so it shouldn't sag over 25 years. 6,000 biofall that is our filtration system. The start of the waterfall, beautiful stream coming down. We've got this really cool experience you can walk through, down a couple staircases, onto a lower patio where they can hang out just in their Adirondacks watching everything. We've got another lower patio over this way. It's a gravel area. It's gonna actually start off as a kid play area with a house. After that, once the kids grow up, we've got plans to actually do kind of more of a natural fire pit. So we're gonna basically do like a half fire pit built into these rocks. Then here's the pond. So I think it's cool. I'm standing right now on my absolute favorite rock. We always pick a favorite rock. We pick a favorite waterfall. Every time we're at a home like this, doing it. And this right here is my favorite. Pretty much called it right off the bat. And the first time I saw the girl, their daughter, interacting with this pond, she was right here. Because this right here just screams fun. We've got the sun shelf. I don't know if it comes across very well in the video, but right from here, the homeowners can walk right into the water feature. And so basically this whole entire area is set up so they can get like a chair in here and just chill. So they can basically just kind of sunbathe and hang out right here at the edge of the pond. And then everything else gets deep and more fun throughout. Yeah, so I think it's really cool. We added an additional, because it's a bigger pond and they may be getting into it quite a bit, we had an additional 6,000 biofall without a waterfall. And instead of having it all go to that one waterfall, we got a little bit, about 1,000 gallons per hour coming to this guy and just slowly pouring in. And this is gonna be doing even more filtration than that one up top, because that slow is gonna allow more bacteria to colonate and it's gonna eat up more organic stuff. Lastly, you notice everywhere we walk, we got big boulders. So the kid here is gonna have such an amazing time. The parents are gonna have an amazing time. You can just jump and crawl around everything. And then built in right next to it is our skimmer with a leopard frog. So our skimmer here, that is where our pump is and what they will maintain on a weekly basis. And you'll notice it's on the opposite end of the waterfall. So I think this pond turned out amazing, but on top of that, just check out this landscape. And it's always nice working with homeowners that know what they want. So it was actually very easy because they knew what they liked and what they didn't like. So it was very easy to figure these things out. But we got a nice blend of different things. So we'll just start over here. This was always an intentional Japanese maple that's getting added into the theme. It was supposed to go on that side, but once this is all said and done, we really felt like this balanced it out a little bit better on this side. Those are the things you do with designs. Now, because they like that one so much, an addition that got put in is the golden embers that we put back here. This right here may blend in with the landscape right now, but what's gonna happen is this tree in the spring and the fall is gonna get this really cool yellow gold look to it. So this guy right here is gonna pop. With all of this just kind of browning out green, this is gonna be a pop of color here for a couple months out of the year. Walking across, like I said, this is all more Florida friendly and then semi-tropical mixed in. This is the magnolia they had at their home that was located right around here. And I'm actually very surprised in how well this is done. It's been almost 2 months now, I think, somewhere around there when we transplanted this, and there's barely any shocking that's going on. It's just crazy. I've not seen that before. So we have some very minimal shocking, but this tree's done very well. We didn't want to get rid of it. It's gonna be a great shade tree one day for these guys. It's gonna do very well. Working our way up, we've got more of a tropical look with the Robilinis. So this is the one, take a little bit of risk on because it's gonna look amazing with these kind of growing over. Same thing with the foxtails. Those are gonna kind of grow over those areas, look awesome. And you'll notice in the pond, we have a lot of aquatic plants growing as well. Some star plants, irises, lilies in the bottom. On the far left here, a great hummingbird attractor / privacy hedge. So we did it kind of in a triangle effect. So these are all bottle brush. They're budding now. These are gonna attract the heck out of some hummingbirds, and it's gonna give them a sense of that privacy. Not that we're trying to block the neighbors, it just gives you that feeling of, oh, this is my backyard. And then we'll circle back around where this was a last minute addition. Rick had a great idea. The sun comes up every day from this direction. I'm always more concerned with after hours. So like from 5 o'clock on, I guess that's because it's my lifestyle, right? I want to be able to come home and like hang out in the backyard and not get croaked by the sun from that like 3, 4, 5 o'clock. But with children, you're out here at 9 a.m. in the morning, 10, 11. So it's already almost 10 o'clock right now, and that sun, as you can tell, is blaring down on me. So this right here gives the pond an opportunity to have some shade. So it's gonna switch throughout the day, but this is the one tree, and you don't wanna put, we didn't wanna put something like a maple in that's gonna shade the entire pond. So we just wanted something, if they're in the pond, they can hang out in a part of the pond in the shade. So it's a great idea. Awesome King Alexander. We did one in the front yard. We just brought some of that here in the backyard, and it's gonna give that green trunk look, that semi-tropical. Since we've already done the bottle brushes on that side, we wanted to maybe do another bottle brush on this side to kind of bring some of that hummingbird attractingness to this side, but we switched it up and we did a weeping. So So this is gonna be really amazing here, let's say 3-4 years from now. This is just gonna be this like, it's almost like a weeping willow. If you've ever seen those, they grow just the same way, but they have those same bottle brushes on them, the baby's bottle brush blooms. Next to that is one of my favorites you'll see in a lot of my landscapes. This is a Florida native. It's a hummingbird attractor. It's called firebush. Great plant, and it blooms so freaking often. Luckily enough, the river birch that's in the back there was properly placed where we did not have to move that one. That one wouldn't have probably handled the transplant as well. And actually the homeowners were mentioning, just from us riding our machines down around there without doing any damage, just riding on top of the root system, that one actually shocked a little bit. Kind of interesting. This homeowner, the whole family, they're gonna be living the lifestyle. They're gonna be living the lifestyle of outdoors. So if you guys are interested in anything like this, of course, reach out to us. I know a lot of you guys are watching us on YouTube, so reach out to us. We have a garden center, we have a design team. We pretty much do it all. So what you see back here, you can have yourselves, even if you're looking to do it yourself. Just give us a call. We'd just like to help in any way, shape, or form. All right, guys, have a great day.